Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope that you all are doing well and you are all learning the English lessons. So today we'll be moving on to our next chapter of English literature, which is quality. And I hope that you are understanding all the chapters really well. So quality is the chapter which is basically the author writes, John Galsworthy is the author, and he talks about a shoemaker. This is basically about a German shoemaker and who lives in a part of London, and they have a very fashionable shop and they make shoes themselves. Now they're two brothers and the name of the shop is Gessler Brothers Shop. So the author describes, in the very beginning you will see that the author describes about the shoes and the art of the old shoemaker, and he says कि जब से मैं छोटा सा था, I was of very young age, I know this shoemaker because मेरे फादर उनसे शूज़ बनवाया करते थे. एंड एज यू ऑल गाइज नो, इफ़ यू आर गोइंग टू बाय हैंडमेड शूज़ दे रिक्वायर अ लॉट ऑफ स्किल एंड लेबर. उनके लिए बहुत एफर्ट करने पड़ते हैं, एंड यू नीड टू गेट गुड क्वालिटी ऑफ लेदर एंड एग्जैक्ट साइज ऑफ योर फुट, एंड in order to make them it requires a lot of hard work. So he tells, this is the author and this is the shop of the old shoemaker. There was the heading written on the board, Gessler's Brothers. So he used to explain कि उनके विंडो में हमेशा 2-4 बूट्स ही पड़े रहते थे here, but he also mentioned that Mr. Gessler always made the boots that were ordered. वो सिर्फ हमेशा वही बनाते थे जो ऑर्डर किया होता था, और उनका ऑर्डर किया हुआ शूज़ was so beautiful and it was so perfect and fit कि कभी भी the customer was never disappointed. He was always happy with the fit. So only a few pairs were there in the window and Mr. Gessler made only what was ordered. It was not possible to go to him very often. यहाँ पे ऑथर बताते हैं कि इतना उनके पास जल्दी जल्दी जाना पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाता था. What was the reason? उनकी क्वालिटी ऑफ शूज़ इतने अच्छे होते थे, गेस्लर ब्रदर्स के क्वालिटी ऑफ शूज़, कि उनके शूज़ इतने ज़्यादा लास्ट करते थे लॉन्ग, तो उनको दोबारा जा ही नहीं पाते थे. They were so good in quality. That's why the name of the chapter is also quality. So here they are referring to the quality of the shoe that they made and they offered to the public. Now, this was the scene where the author describes that whenever he used to go to Mr. Gessler's shop, what happened? Mr. Gessler was always standing like wearing the same leather apron. You can see he's wearing a leather apron, and along with he's holding the leather for the boots, right? After that, and he also mentions that his sleeves were always folded. His shirt sleeves are also folded. The author used to enjoy resting in the wooden chair. So the author mentions that whenever Mr. Gessler used to go upstairs, so he used to enjoy resting in this wooden chair by the time he was bringing his leather and for the author, for the shoes, to make him see the leather. So he was waiting in this wooden chair and he was feeling very comfortable. वो उसको हमेशा author को बहुत अच्छा लगता था वो wooden chair में बैठकर. So he describes that. Now, once what happened, once this time, like first of all, author ये भी mention करते हैं कि आज तक कभी भी ऐसे नहीं हुआ था कि author को कभी कोई complain करनी पड़ी हो उनके shoes के बारे में, या उन्होंने कभी सुना हो कि किसी ने अपने shoes के बारे में Gessler Brothers को complain किया, because वो इतने अच्छे होते थे quality में. But one fine day, what happened? This is about the creaked boots. एक बारी क्या होता है, author के boots ना creak कर जाते हैं. Creak is a kind of sound that comes from the new boots, and they were also biting him on the left foot. So what happened? Mr. Gessler was very surprised जब author ने उनको एक बारी जाके बोला कि आपके shoes ना creak हो गए, the ones I bought them from earlier. So he was like silent at that time. When Mr. Gessler heard, he was waiting कि जैसे ना वो अपनी statement को वापस ले ले author. उनको बिल्कुल भी नहीं अच्छा लगा कि मेरे shoes कैसे creak हो सकते हैं, and then still Mr. Gessler said that you might have got them wet before they found themselves. Mr. Gessler ने बोला क्या पता तुमने उनको पहले ही डाल लिया, अभी वो ready ना हो, that would be the same case. But then author said कि no, that wasn't the case. तो फिर उसके बाद Mr. Gessler ने बोला कि okay, let's do one thing, तुम वो boots मेरे पास ले आना, and अगर मैं कुछ भी नहीं कर पाया उन shoes का, like उनको अगर ठीक भी नहीं कर पाया, what I'll do, I'll write off the bill, like मैं उनकी amount deduct कर दूंगा आपके next bill में से. उन्होंने ये mention किया. So what happened? One fine फॉलोइंग डे ऑदर अगेन गोज टू मिस्टर गेस्लर्स शॉप, और वहाँ पे जाके ऑदर को रिकॉग्नाइज हो जाता है। ऑदर एकदम उसको ऑदर को याद आ जाता है कि वो जो बूट्स थे ना वो उसने मिस्टर गेस्लर से लिए ही नहीं थे, एंड ही वॉज वर्किंग बाय सम फर्म, बिग फर्म, और उसने वहाँ से वो बूट्स लिए थे, बट ही डिड नॉट टेल दैट थिंग टू दी लाइक मिस्टर गेस्लर। सो व्हेन मिस्टर गेस्लर सॉ दोज बूट्स, मिस्टर गेस्लर ने बोला दोज आर नॉट माई बूट्स, सेड मिस्टर गेस्लर। सो मिस्टर गेस्लर ने ज़्यादा एंग्री होके भी नहीं कहा, उसने नॉर्मली बोला दीज आर नॉट माई शूज़, ये मेरे शूज़ हो ही नहीं सकते, बिकॉज उनके शूज़ कभी भी क्रीक होते ही नहीं थे। एंड आफ्टर दैट व्हाट हैपेंड, after this scene Mr. Gessler was, you know, let's say he went also sad, and he was, you know, he was remembering all the hardships that he's going through. फिर उन्होंने ऑथर को बताया ये सारी हार्डशिप्स के बारे में, बिकॉज वो एक ऐसे बूट को डिस्कस कर रहे थे जो कि एक लार्ज फर्म ने बनाया था, क्रीक बूट विच वॉज मेड बाय द लार्ज फर्म। सो आज तक कभी भी मिस्टर गेस्लर ने इतनी बातें नहीं की थी ऑथर के साथ जब भी वो बूट बनवाने चाहते थे, बट दैट टाइम ही टोल्ड हिम हिज हार्डशिप्स। ही सेड दैट बिग फर्म gets all by advertisement and not by work. फिर वो उनको बताते हैं कि big firms के पास आप कैसे जाते हो, you always go by advertisement because they have put a lot of money in advertisement. And he also mentions that presently he is having no work. Mr. Gessler is having no work. Why? Because उनके पास इतना पैसा ही नहीं है कि वो अपनी चीज़ों को advertise करा पाए। Big firms क्या करती है, advertisement करती है और फिर हम उसको खरीद लेते हैं। So Mr. Gessler जैसे old shoemaker के पास इतना पैसा नहीं था कि वो advertise कर पाए। So these were the hardships which he was actually facing. And he also says that उनका काम every year और कम होता जाता है। Okay? So और कम क्यों होता जाता है? Because उनके first of all उनके customers बहुत कम होते हैं, उनके customers कम होते हैं, और वो जो कम customers होते हैं वो भी infrequently आते हैं because the quality that he offers. Okay, so these were the hardships which he mentioned. So now what happens? Author was listening everything very carefully. Author सब कुछ सुन रहा था बड़े ध्यान से कि कितनी प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं। आज से पहले ऑथर ने कभी इन सब के बारे में सोचा भी नहीं था कि ओ माय गॉड इतनी प्रॉब्लम्स, इतनी हार्डशिप्स का फेस भी करना पड़ता है एक शू मेकर को। उसने कभी सोचा नहीं था ऐसे, बट दैट टाइम ही वॉज, यू नो, अमेज्ड एंड ही वॉज इवन फीलिंग सॉरी अबाउट इट। एंड सो ही डिसाइडेड आफ्टर हियरिंग द प्लाइट ऑफ मिस्टर गेस्लर, जितनी भी उनकी हार्डशिप्स थी वो सुनने के बाद उसने डिसाइड किया दैट he is going to give a big order. He was not able to go to him for nearly 2 years after that. So after that big order, he was not able to go to that shoemaker's shop again for 2 years. Why? Because the quality was so good and the shoes lasted too long. That was the reason. Now what happened? This is the scene when the next time author is visiting Mr. Gessler's shop. So Mr. Gessler's shop was his, he also worked with his elder brother. That time what happened? The author came to know that his elder brother was dead. He was no more. That's when they discussed about his elder brother, that he was a good man. He used to make good boots. They discussed his elder brother. And after hearing again that, you know, it's because of less money that we earn, probable reason of his death. So this time author was again, you know, moved by those things and ordered several pairs and described the fit was better than ever. अब फिर से author ने बहुत सारे pairs order कर दिए and he also described कि जब इस बार boots आए थे it was better than ever. So this was about it. And what happens after ordering those shoes? Author goes to abroad. He goes to abroad for a year, and the author came back after a year. And at first he went to his old friend's shop. Now what happened? उनकी एक छोटी सी शॉप होती थी लंदन में, but author was very emotionally attached to Mr. Gessler and his shop. तो यहाँ पे mention करते हैं कि जैसे वो abroad से 1 साल के बाद आया, he straight away went to his old friend's shop. So the author mentions that I left a man of 60, I came back to one of 75. उनका कहने का मतलब था कि मैं छोड़ के गया था एक 60 years का ओल्ड मैन और अब वो 75 का हो गया। इसका मतलब ये नहीं था कि वो 1 साल में उनकी एज इतनी बढ़ गई थी। द रीज़न वॉज ही वॉज बिकमिंग, यू नो, इवन ओल्डर देन बिफोर। वो पहले से भी ज़्यादा वीक लग रहे थे और ओल्ड लग रहे थे। दैट इज़ वाई द ऑथर सेड सो। लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपेंड नेक्स्ट. नाउ अगेन एट फर्स्ट जैसे ऑथर को लग रहा था कि वो मुझे रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं करेंगे, सिमिलर इज द केस, उन्होंने उसको रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं किया मिस्टर गेस्लर ने. सो अगेन ही सेड इन हिज जर्मन लैंग्वेज, सो दैट इज वाई डू यू वांट, उन्होंने बोला डू यू वांट एनी बूट्स, दैट्स हाउ ही यूज्ड टू स्पीक. ही सेड आई कैन मेक देम क्विकली, इट्स अ स्लैक टाइम. he is trying to say slack and time, that's how the language is, that is why he said he says slack time. Slack time I mean slack time is a time जब उनके पास ज़्यादा काम नहीं होता है. So he said I can make it as quickly as possible, so you just tell me. So author is always ready, shoes बनवाने के लिए तो वो हमेशा ready रहते थे. So he said please I want boots all around every kind. So author ने कहा मुझे हर टाइप के boots चाहिए, आप मेरे हर टाइप के लिए ऑर्डर कर दो. So उन्होंने एक एक करके उसको सारी लेदर्स दिखाई और सारे ऑर्डर्स उसके ले लिए ऑर्डर के लिए. Now what happened? It took quite a time to deliver those that particular order. So when the boots came in, he tried them one by one. Here we are talking about the order. उन्होंने एक एक करके सारे boots को try किया ऑर्डर ने. The author describes these pair of boots. Now this time he's describing these pairs of boot he had made. They were best, like they were totally best in terms of anything we talk about, in terms of fit, in terms of finish, in terms of quality of leather. He was saying that they were just totally marvelous, they were the best. The author right away posted a check. So what happened, he right away posted the check like in the name of Mr. Gessler. He posted the check for that huge order he had given to Mr. Gessler. Now what happens is after a week the author passes by through the same street of London where the shop was located. So the author was so impressed with his order, उसने सोचा that let me just go inside and thank Mr. Gessler for the boots that he had made. The fitting was so good, so he thought कि मैं उनको personally जाके thank you बोलकर आता हूँ. But to his surprise, what happened? Let us see. In the next scene, you will see that he finds an English man standing in front of the house, and on the board there was no more that board which says the Gessler brothers. So there was not that board also there. So the author was very surprised. Author was like, where is Mr. Gessler? He asked this Englishman. He describes this Englishman as a very, fine man, a tall man, and this man was asking, oh, we can serve you anything you want from Mr. Gessler. So the author continued, no, I want to talk to Mr. Gessler. That's when this man told that Mr. Gessler is no more. He is dead. So he was very sad at that moment. It was a very shocking and surprising moment for him, because then he said, the author said that it's just last Wednesday I got my order from him and he's dead. You're saying he's dead? How's that possible? So the Englishman said that yes, he's dead. So he asked what is the reason of his death. He mentioned that the reason was slow starvation. He literally, like Mr. Gessler, literally starved himself. Then they discussed about the hardships he was facing, that the money he was earning was too less that he could just cover his rent, and most of the time they also talked about that how dedicated Mr. Gessler was. Like once he sits down to make his boots, he even forgets to eat or drink, and he just continuously keeps on making his boots. Like he was so dedicated. So they both of them, the author and the Englishman, discussed these views, and then the author also mentions that yes, he was in fact a very good shoemaker and a good artist. So he again insisted, the author always says that the shoemaker is an artist because it was the art that he was doing, because he was able to make such good shoes with so much good perfection and beautifully, like with his hands. So they just discussed, and ultimately the author was sad to know about the shoemaker and the way he died. Both of them ended by talking that how good the old man was, and so that's where our chapter ends. So we'll be discussing the question answers of this chapter in our next video. Till then, take care.